He said it because of his wet blanket energy.
Unhinged. That's actually unhinged.
Hello and welcome to She's All Batch. I'm Stefanie.
And I'm Jackie.
And we don't care if you're here for the right reasons. We're just happy that you are here.
Yes. So come join us as we talk shit about our favorite show. It's been like only a handful of times that I've said that this year, I feel like.
I know. And we're going to talk shit for the last time of the year. Shed a few tears because we'll see you next year after this.
No, don't cry because it's over. Smile because it happened.
You could cry if you want.
Sure, yeah. Feel your feelings, guys, for sure.
Feel the rain on your skin. No one else can. Contrary to popular belief, no one else can feel it for you.
Honestly, that's so true. And when you really think about it,
literally. Natasha was onto something.
She was ahead of her time, honestly.
She really
we were
was.
not talking about feeling your feelings in whatever year that song came out.
Oh, I thought you meant literally, like literally no one else can feel the rain. Obviously, Natasha, no one else is me.
I know, but in general, no one else can feel it for you. You got to
let
do
it
the
in,
work, people.
Oh, so I never looked at it as like interpretive. I thought she meant like literally, like no one else can feel this rain. No shit, Natasha, you know? But you're saying she means like let the emotions in. Release your inhibitions. Okay, yeah, you're right. You're right.
Can speak the words on your lips. Treat yourself with words unspoken. Live your life with arms wide open.
Today is where your book begins. The rest is still unwritten.
Honestly,
all right, that's a wrap, everybody. Good night.
Good night. Happy New Year.
So
tell them what we're doing.
So today we are doing our annual naughty or nice ranking list. So when I say annual, last year it was only on Patreon, and it was my favorite Patreon episode of the entire year. Now it's on YouTube for all to see because it's the giving season, and we're all about giving and sharing love here. So we are going to take a list of Bachelor Nation's finest, and we're going to check that list twice, and we're going to see who's landing on the naughty list and who's landing on the nice list.
It's super important. We're sending it straight to Santa when we're done. So we're really definitely going to check it twice.
No revisions.
Right. Once it's done, it's done. It's in Santa's hands. And that's just, it is what it is.
Yeah.
I think this will be really fun though, because I feel like it will be a nice, like, stroll down memory lane. And like January was so long ago, and so much has happened this year, and there's been like so many different like eras of Bachelor Nation, I feel like, throughout even just this year. So I'm really excited to get into all of it, because I don't remember a lot of what happened this year. I feel like I don't remember anything past last week.
Right. Well, I pulled some of the top headlines from Bachelor Nation 2024 because you're right, there are eras. There are eras in our podcast. Like, I've said this all the time though. Like, there are people, like characters from the show, who there'll be times where we talk about them literally weekly and then never talk about them again. Like John Hershey. Where are you at, bro?
I forgot about John Hershey.
The start of our show.
I haven't thought about Clemence in years. Literally years.
Why would you have thought about Clemence?
No, I know, but like there was a time in our lives where we talked about her every single week, maybe multiple times per week. That's crazy.
And she's not even from the damn show, Jackie.
I know.
It's wild. But like, just when you think about, like Blake Moynes, John Hershey, like Greg Grippo, people we literally don't even talk about anymore. So
I know
you really do ebb and flow depending on what happens in the year. And a lot has happened this year.
Yeah.
I mean, literally we started off this calendar year with Caitlyn Bristow being accidentally spotted with Zach at the New Year's party.
Wow.
And also Rachel and Brian, their divorce. And then we got Peter Krause. Our first interview of 2024 was Peter Krause, where he said he would be open to like, not dating her, but like he would be open to like reconnecting a friendship with her.
Yeah.
That was
crazy.
a huge win for us.
So long ago.
So let's dive into this list, because to be honest, we have a deadline. Santa is waiting.
I mean, we're already behind. Like the elves got to make the toys. Like there's a lot that they need to do.
Okay. Starting off easy. We're going to start with a couple, Joey and Kelsey. I mean, I think this one's fairly obvious, but again, need to start in slow.
Well, you're saying it's obvious. What is it?
It's nice. They're both going on the
nice.
nice list. I mean, I think they are too pure for this world. Joey just won Dancing with the Stars. He deserves the presents under the tree. And Kelsey is just such a ride or die chick for him that She's just the coolest too. I love her. Do you follow her on TikTok?
I don't follow her on TikTok. I guess I should. I've gotten to a point in life where like you really need to wow me if I am going to follow you on Instagram and/or TikTok from Bachelor Nation. Because it's just one of those things where it's like I can't be like following 25 people every time a new season comes out. Like I'm only going to pick one or two favorites and follow those because it's just too much otherwise.
Well, I don't even think I follow Kelsey on TikTok, and I don't think, sorry, I mean I will if you're watching Kelsey, but you don't have to follow on TikTok because if you like and engage with their content, you're going to see it anyway. So like I don't even have to click. I truly actually think following on TikTok doesn't mean all that much because there's like two tabs. You have like, do they still have this? The following tab and then the For You tab. Who clicks on their following tab? I never click on.
I never
because
do.
the people that I follow will show up on my For You page, and the For You page is more fun. So
much more fun.
In conclusion, don't follow us on TikTok. I don't even know why I'm pitching it this way.
Yeah, no, but like following on TikTok doesn't matter unless you're following us specifically. Then it matters a ton, and you should do it. As far as Joey and Kelsey, I agree. They're obviously nice. It's been so lovely to see Joey on Dancing with the Stars and see Kelsey supporting him. And even with all of the backlash and like the comments and the criticisms that people were giving to Kelsey, I just feel like she has like handled it just so well. And it's just really shown like her confidence in their relationship. They seem solid, as good as ever. And like the vibes are good there. It's giving nice vibes.
Nice vibes for sure. Kelsey actually just posted on TikTok, I think today or yesterday, a photo of Joey shirtless, like getting into bed with coffee with the song Daddy's Home. And all the comments are like, thank you for your service, Kelsey.
Oh my God.
Like she's so cute.
So funny.
I love it. Next we have Caitlyn Bristowe.
Yeah.
Now, she's had quite the year. The end of 2023 is when her split from Jason happened. The beginning is when she was spotted with Zach. She got some backlash for that Zach. And towards the end of this year is when she had the ongoing thing with Tasa. What's the quote? I have it here. Now I just want to send her a picture of me sucking his D.
Oh,
which
right.
made some waves this year. I mean, I feel like she has to be on the naughty list.
I guess, yeah. I don't know. I'm mulling over what I think about it. I feel like whatever I'm gonna say, like you could pull up like 65 other clips throughout the year where I like contradicted myself. Yeah. Whatever. Like I don't care. I don't know. I'm just trying to think like,
well, think it through, Jackie. It's serious. You don't want her to get coal if she doesn't deserve it.
No, I know. Well, what is your reason why you said definitely naughty? You didn't even hesitate. Why?
Okay. And also, guys, clarification. This list isn't real.
It's not that deep.
And we're not, we're not really saying they're bad people. We're just, it's fun. Shut up.
It's a silly game.
So I'm saying she's naughty because I think she's done some naughty things this year. I think that clip of the S-ing her D wasn't the greatest.
But that was obviously a joke, you know?
Sure. No, I know. But I think in comparison to Joey and Kelsey, who are so obviously on the nice list, she's done some more things this year that have ruffled feathers. I'll say that. I'll send you a present, Caitlyn. Santa's not that big of a deal.
Right. Okay, I'll go with naughty too. Even though I do stand by the fact that like, I know dating Zach was not a great look, but I don't think her and Tasa were really friends.
I still feel a year later, and granted, again, compare this to the clip of when I actually talked about it because I don't know what my opinion was. I still feel like it's a little weird to date Zach.
Yeah, definitely, for sure.
Oh, but you're saying that you don't think it's weird, I thought.
No, I don't think it's like inherently like bad. It's definitely weird because like Tasa and Zach were together while they were working together, and I'm sure, and especially the thing we know about Tasa like blocking Caitlyn from Zach's Instagram feed. So it's like I think Tasa always suspected that there was like a spark there or something more. So it's definitely weird. It's definitely not great, but the heart wants what it wants. I just always think though, like at the end of the day, it's always like I don't like blaming the woman because it's like he is the one who is in a relationship with you. He is the one who owes you the loyalty.
You know what?
And like, so it's like if he is going on, like if she's just a single girl living her life and like and ends up with some guy that's been flirting with her, like that's not really her fault.
You know what? So in my eyes, Caitlyn's on the naughty list, but I'm gonna put Zach with her because
for sure. And we blame Caitlyn 100%, and we don't even talk about Zach. Like, hello,
we really don't. I guess because I'm adding in later in the year that whole story about S-ing the D.
Yeah, which was not a nice comment. I get
it was a joke. I get Caitlyn's humor. I feel like that I'm misunderstood a lot because I'll say things sarcastically and people think I'm being serious.
Yeah.
I think she was being funny. I still think maybe it was the wrong thing to be funny about given the fact that that was her ex-fiance.
Yeah.
She did confide in you about him. She did block you on his feed. You did reveal on national television that you guys split with her sitting right next to you on the couch. Like, there's a lot of other factors that, like, yes, you could have been funny about it. It's not that big of a deal, but maybe you shouldn't have been funny about this one topic.
Yeah. But I do think people let Zach like totally skate on this situation. Totally. And like, he's the one I think most at fault, right? Like he was literally engaged to Tayshia, clearly had some sort of flirty attraction with Caitlyn, so much so that Tayshia was worried about it. And then as soon as they break up, he goes and dates Caitlyn, his ex-fiance's coworker at worst, friend at best, right? Like,
right. Also the blocking or whatever, muting on Instagram, that was Demois. That has not been confirmed, just to clarify. Like, we're not saying that they really did that, but I don't think it's actually the craziest thing now. That probably did happen, I think.
Yeah, for sure.
So in turn, let's move over to Tayshia.
This episode is proudly brought to you by Lola V, an award-winning hair care line founded by the ever fabulous, the ever iconic, the most amazing hair we've ever seen in this world, Jennifer Aniston, aka Rachel from Friends. Guys, with the holiday season in full swing, I think it's time to embrace the joy of giving. And what is a better gift than the glow of healthy hair? So gift to your loved ones the secret to gorgeous hair this holiday season with Lola V, or you can unwrap it for yourself. You guys know that feeling when you just have a really great hair day. You feel unstoppable. You feel the most charismatic, the most happy. And that's exactly why Jen set out to create Lola V, to really bottle up that feeling. Lola V's lineup consists of clean, plant-powered products designed for every hair type and texture, so you can gift it or gift yourself silky, shiny holiday hair without sacrificing hair health. I feel like this time of year, for myself personally, it's colder outside. We're cranking up the heat inside our homes, and I feel like it dries out my hair. And that's when my hair needs a little bit extra care, a little extra attention. And Lola V's products have really been making the transition into these cooler months seamless for me. Literally, Jennifer Aniston invented having iconic hair. So unlock the Jennifer Aniston approved hair products at lolav.com. And you can celebrate the holidays with stronger, healthier hair. Our loyal listeners, you'll get an exclusive 15% off your entire order when you use code She'sAllBatch15 at checkout. That is 15% off your order at Lolav, LOLAVIE.com with promo code She'sAllBatch15. Please note you can only use one promo code per order and discounts can't be combined. After you purchase, they'll ask you where you heard about them, so please support our show and tell them we sent you. Your hair will thank you.
I think
nice.
Obviously nice, because I think the way that she handled this year has been like poetic. So she should write a playbook on how to handle a situation like this.
Yes, agreed. I think she like constantly took the high road, was very classy about the whole situation. And I think like nothing is more powerful, I think sometimes, than silence, than being unbothered, than like moving on with your life and being like, okay, I'm not even thinking about you guys anymore. And I really feel like she showed great strength.
Right. At one point, it was either when they were spotted at the New Year's Eve party. No, it was when they were spotted at the New Year's Eve party. I believe Tayshia posted shortly after like a sexy selfie and said like, did somebody say something? Like she does shit like that. Also, Tayshia posted, we covered it like a couple months ago when she did that Nicki Minaj sound and she's like, I never found you funny. I never found you smart. I just found you annoying. However, it was several months/weeks after the Caitlyn thing. And it's like, who's to say who that was about? We don't really know. She's a subtle queen. And I like that.
No, I think she's definitely on the nice list for sure. No notes.
Yeah. Well, I had notes, but sure.
What are your notes?
Well, my notes were just everything I said.
Yeah. No, I said those things too. Yeah.
Okay, so notes.
I know, it's just an expression. Like, no notes.
Sure. Okay. Our fave next.
You mean least fave?
No. Our we don't care fave. Jason Tartick.
Okay. Yeah, naughty. Naughty
Jason Tartick. What did
Ever
he do
since
this year?
he took that large pause on his podcast after him and Caitlyn broke up, I never trusted that man again. It literally was the pause heard around the world. I just don't trust him.
It was the pause for me, and it was the music from Up while loading his boxes into a van with his dogs running around.
Yeah.
But that in his defense, that wasn't this calendar year. So what he did this calendar year, I mean,
was date Cat. Although I will say he is well within his right to do. And
sure.
In that sense,
what did he do this year? Should we
okay, let's
re-examine this?
Rewind. Yeah.
Because
what did he do? He dated Kat.
Santa only looks back at your calendar year. He doesn't look back at
He doesn't hold a grudge. Right.
He doesn't, even though we may sometimes clearly.
Yeah. Well, we're not Santa. We're not perfect like Santa.
No. Okay. So what did he do this year? I mean, he dated Kat.
He posted about it a lot, and people accused him kind of like dating her only for clout, which like I think probably he did date her for clout. But they're two grown adults who are well within their right to date each other for clout.
I got.
Because don't you think she also benefited from this relationship?
I'm gonna leave Kat out of it, honestly, because she's not in Bachelor Nation technically.
Fair.
I was gonna throw her on the list. I was gonna throw Deb on the list with Mark, but I'm like, you know what, Deb?
No, leave Deb out of this.
Someone else needs to decide if you're gonna be on the naughty list, not me. What did Jason do this year? So like I said, I pulled a list of quick headlines, and I have Jason dates Kat Stickler. They break up, and that's like really like his main thing this year.
Yeah.
Tyler did call him out for jokingly. He said that he only dates girls with over 1 million followers, which is probably true.
It is true, yeah.
But what did he do?
Are we putting him on the nice list then? It's just like I just feel like everything he does, and I think I said like this exact thing another time, and it's not even inherently wrong. It's just something I've observed. Like he is a finance businessy guy. His whole podcast is about that, and I just think it's very obvious that he approaches like his business now is social media, and so like of course he's going to be like a lot more calculated with how he shares things and what he posts, and there's nothing inherently wrong with that. That's his business. He's trying to make money, but like it just comes off as inauthentic. Whereas like compare that to Caitlyn. I feel like when Caitlyn posts herself, or maybe when she does post herself crying, it's like for attention, but it comes off as like people follow Caitlyn because they genuinely like she's been very vulnerable for years and like they want to hear her story and she wants to share, versus I feel like Jason's like looking at his analytics and being like, what's gonna like really boost my algorithm?
Sure, but a lot of people look at their analytics. Guys, I just
think Jason's like more transparent about it, and like I think everyone looks at their analytics, but he's like not fooling me. Like if you're gonna look at your analytics, I think you need to like try to put on a facade of like coming off authentic, and something about him is really phony to me.
Jackie, I need to check you right now because I think we have a very important job to do. And I think you're taking your internal bias towards this man and allowing it to cloud your judgment.
Yeah, I am.
I really do, because I feel like I was too. So I'm snapping out of it because I'm Googling headlines of Jason from this year. Things I didn't know. Ready? Jason finds neighbor bleeding after fall, calls 911.
Oh, that's classic. Nice.
That's really nice. However,
that was a headline.
That was literally. How did we miss that? Maybe we were off that week. Caitlyn Bristow details feelings of betrayal in Jason Tartick romance. Let's click that one and see what he did.
But wasn't it just that he started a podcast and she felt like unchosen because she wanted to date a man who didn't work in her industry, which I don't think is
amazing job fair recollecting that information, because that is
Thank
it.
You.
Yeah, the betrayal is that he did a podcast. Again, I don't think that he's wrong for that. So, okay, let's see. What else did he do? He slid into Angelina's DMs. But
that's fine. But again, he's a single man.
I think Angelina should be on the naughty list because she, like, she was
engaged, right?
She was something. I never know with her. Caitlyn says she held on to anger amid Jason's new romance. So I think, okay, I think the issue was that Caitlyn was rightfully upset that he had another public romance that got a lot of positive attention. Any of us would feel that way.
Yeah.
Should I put Caitlyn on the nice list? This is what happens. We talk it through.
No, she's allowed to feel those feelings, but it's not about people's feelings. It's about their actions at the end of the day. And I guess what you're saying is, like, I guess Jason didn't do anything that naughty.
Wow.
Because I think he was well within his right to date Kat and post about it however the fuck he wants. If he wants to date someone for clout and post about it, he is within his right to do that. And of course that's going to make Caitlyn upset, but like, he's not dating Caitlyn anymore. And like, her feelings are not his concern anymore.
That is so true. You sound like a therapist.
Thank you. Okay, so can we conclude nice, I guess? Wow. I'm shooketh to my core that we would put him on the nice list, but.
Yeah, I mean, guys, also, we don't know what every single person did every single day of 2024, so don't hold us too accountable to this list. But I'm going to put Jason on the nice list.
Yeah. Wow.
See? That shows that I'm unbiased.
So true. You're right. Check our bias right now.
Okay. Speaking of biased, Nick Viall. Naughty.
Sure, I think that's our gut reaction, but I think it'll be a similar situation to Jason where it's like, let's really think about what did he do this year. He had a baby.
And he got married too.
That was this year too? Yeah, okay.
Big year for Nick. Anything
for sure.
Podcast related? Like, this is the year he interviewed Gypsy Rose. Like, this was a really big year, wasn't it? Right?
I think
like forever ago.
I know. But I think that was, because Natalie was pregnant. So I think that was this year.
Well, when did Gypsy get it? Where is Gypsy these days?
Who knows?
January 8th, 2024.
Oh, wow. Okay. I'm sure Nick has, like, within his podcast over the year said frustrating, annoying stuff. I wouldn't know because I don't listen to his podcast anymore. But
I don't know if he like publicly feuded with people. He certainly didn't call out micro podcasts this year.
Not this year.
Not this year. Last year, he was definitely on the naughty list.
He learned his lesson last year.
Maybe he did. Maybe after getting Cole last year. God, are we going to put Nick and Jason?
No, we can't. We simply can't. This is where I must
Google
be biased.
Find a reason.
I don't know. His baby is really cute.
Okay, that's not a reason to do anything.
I know. I'm just saying.
Oh, I know.
What?
He recapped Joey's season of The Bachelor and never once spoke of his relationship with Maria.
Oh, yes. Very naughty. Yeah,
that's naughty. Oh,
weird. However, though, the naughtiness happened years ago.
No, because I don't give a shit if what they actually did. The naughtiness was gaslighting us into thinking that nothing happened. And then when Maria made it clear that it happened, he then went on his podcast and was like, everyone thinks they hired Sydney on purpose to be the villain. And we're like, bro, that's not the thing we want clarification on. We want clarification on why you even know Maria, how you met, why you talked to her, why you stopped talking to her, and why you never mentioned it. And it's not like she's like someone that went home week 2 that you didn't have to talk a lot about. She was a main person that season.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Naughty.
No, they definitely had a thing. And like for him to write it off as like, oh, we were just like friends. It's like, well, then why aren't you friends anymore? Why don't you talk? Like,
why did you just unlike photos of her?
Talking to and like, unfollow, like photos of someone you're just friends with. Like, that's just not what happens.
Naughty. Glad we got that cleared up.
Phew. I couldn't possibly live with myself if I put Nick on the nice list. Thank God we found something naughty for him.
Well, then let's move over to Miss Gorgeous.
Nice, of course.
Nice. I mean, I think her shedding light on the Nick stuff was very beneficial for us.
Yeah.
And for the world.
I met her. And she was a doll. And she was so, like, I went up to her at that event and she was so kind. She knew of our podcast and was like, oh my God, yes. Gave me her phone number. Follows me on Instagram. Still likes some of my photos every now and then. So when she's off contract, can't wait to have her on the show. But like, she couldn't have been kinder and great. Love her.
And let's discuss what she did, though. I mean, she was thrown under the bus during Jen and Devin's After the Final Rose sit down when Jen said that he slid into Maria's DMs. And she was very much like, almost slut-shamed, like called a home wrecker, even though she literally didn't do anything. And what did she do? She took to her Instagram stories like very shortly after. She doesn't let things sit very long. And she nipped that right away. Also, she hyped it up as if she was going to go after Jen. And then once it actually came out, she didn't go after Jen. She and Jen no longer seem to be friends, but
right. It seems like they never were, though.
No, they were. They were. They were friends.
They were close friends?
I think so. Like in interviews before Jen was ever the Bachelorette, they spoke very highly of each other. And then now she says they don't speak.
Okay, well.
But it wasn't because of Devin, which is what people thought it was. Like Devin could slide in all he wants. That doesn't mean Maria's going to engage.
Oh, yeah. No, I think it was honestly probably because they initially offered Maria the role, then she turned it down. They gave it to Jen. And I do think Jen felt a little insecure about the fact that like Maria was offered it. Not only was Maria offered it first, but she was like talking about it and she didn't, and Jen, rightfully so, didn't want to feel like a second choice or like a backup option. So I think it's just like an unfortunate situation where neither is like inherently wrong. It's like the show kind of pitted them against each other, and unfortunately, that didn't make for like a good foundation of their friendship. But like that doesn't mean either of them are like wrong for the situations they were in. It's kind of out of their control. It's not Maria's fault that she was picked first and then turned it down. Being that we are now in the holiday season, I have found that it's been really difficult to kind of keep my skin in the best shape possible. Like we're eating a lot of heavy, greasy foods. We're drinking a lot. And also it's just a really stressful time. And I find that sometimes when I get stressed out, I see that being taken out on my skin as well. So this is a time of year where I'm really trying to keep my complexion hydrated, youthful, and clear. And I've been doing that by using Oak Essentials. We told you guys about Oak Essentials before. It was founded in 2021 by tastemaker Jenny Kane. And you guys know how much we love Jenny Kane. And so Oak Essentials brings a simple yet luxurious approach to self-care with a lineup of clean, effective skincare and body care essentials. So these are really high performance products that will elevate your daily routine, leaving your skin looking fresh, hydrated, and radiant. Remember, guys, I told you I was absolutely obsessed with the Moisture Rich Balm, and I lost it when I was traveling to LA a few months ago. And that was the thing that I immediately repurchased. I was like, I simply cannot live without. Also, I think if you're looking for the perfect holiday gift, they have the Routine. And I think that really has you covered for a lot of different people in your life that you can't figure out what to get a gift for. It's Oak Essentials' complete start to finish skincare system. So it's stocked with 5 must-haves for a gorgeous moisture-rich glow. It includes their cleansing balm, their balancing mist, the ritual oil, the moisture-rich balm, and a restorative mask. And it comes in a beautifully packaged, ready-to-wrap gift box. Or you can also opt for free gift wrapping at checkout for an easy, extra special holiday shopping experience. I think this is a great gift to give to someone who is super into skincare and looking to give themselves a little bit of extra pampering this holiday season. So this holiday season, treat yourself and your loved ones to spa-quality skincare essentials that deliver a moisture-rich glow. Our listeners will get 15% off their first order when they use code She'sAllBatch15 at checkout. That's 15% off your first order at Oak Essentials, OAKESSENTIALS.com with promo code She'sAllBatch15. Get your best radiant skin this season with Oak Essentials.
Jen came back from filming The Bachelorette on a high, engaged to Devin. Yeah. And then that's like literally right when the Call Her Daddy episode came out, where Maria details like, yeah, I got fitted. I was it was me. But then Maria also then goes and encourages everyone to support Jen. I don't think either of them have a problem. I understand if this is why Jen was initially annoyed. I understand coming home after 3 months not having my phone and seeing this like major interview talking about how someone else was supposed to be the lead.
No, I understand why Jen would be upset, but I also don't think like it's Maria's fault. Right? Like, you know what I mean? She was asked a question and she answered honestly. It's really ABC's fault. ABC's on the naughty list.
Oh, ABC is permanently.
Never be on the nice list. Yeah, I know.
Let's just move to Jen then?
Sure.
Since we're on the topic. What did Jen do this year? Became
so much.
The Bachelorette. Unexpectedly, the world was shook.
Gave us an amazing season, honestly.
An amazing season, one of our favorites. I loved her. I thought she was adorable. The after the final rose, she really handled with grace, I think. When Devin released his short film, handled that with grace. I think the only issue I have with Jen is this Sasha bullshit.
Yeah.
And honestly,
before that, the Jonathan
bullshit.
Yeah, like she has
teasing,
a pattern here now. It's not just once, it's twice.
Yeah.
But is that really that bad?
I don't know
Milking
if it's bad
a relationship for attention. Like, come
on. It's annoying, but it's not bad. It's not naughty.
Yeah.
I don't
think
it's
like, naughty either.
I think to do one right after the other, it's like, girl, we just saw you do this. However, I told you guys we would get to Bachelor encounters, and I have a Bachelor encounter about Jem. And it's going to clarify the status of her relationship with Sasha. Now, I'm going to go ahead and say, like, spoiler alert, if you want to scroll ahead and not know, but someone saw her and heard her say, I'll read it.
Okay, let's hear it.
I saw Jen and Sasha at the Christmas market in Vancouver today. Okay, so I don't know when this was. It just says 1:11 a.m. There's no date because it's the first time this person messaged me.
Okay, but Christmas market, that's recent, you know?
Yeah. Oh, no, this was like, I just don't know specifically when. If someone's like, they weren't in Vancouver, I don't know when this was. It was literally within the last week, though.
Yeah.
I saw Jen and Sasha at the Christmas market in Vancouver today. They kissed, and Allison Hannigan was taking pictures of them. She said, we are doing a hard launch to her daughter. I guess Allison Hannigan's daughter. I'm sure hard launch is coming soon. Also, Jen is beautiful. Why is Allison Hannigan with them?
Who is Allison Hannigan?
She's the girl that said, and this one time at band camp on American Pie, the redhead.
Okay.
How is she related to, let's see. I'm
like,
sure
why
there's
was
a
she
reason.
there at the Christmas market in Vancouver?
I'm going to Google Allison Hannigan Sasha because I wonder if she's connected to him some.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, wait. There's literally, was she his partner? Yeah. They were they were partners on Dancing with the Stars. So maybe we don't know why she was there, but she was there taking photos of Jen and Sasha's hard launch. So if the hard launch comes out and it's at the Vancouver Christmas market, you'll know that we told you first. But we know that the hard launch will likely come in about 5 minutes. So don't worry. This won't spoil it for you guys. You will already know by the time this comes out.
Well, if the photos were at the Christmas market, it's like they got to do it in the next few weeks. Otherwise, like, you can't be posting Christmas market in January. I think it might be like a Christmas post.
Do you? All right. Well, we will not be hopping on for breaking news for Jen and Sasha's hard launch.
It's not even breaking news. Like, we've known this whole time they're dating.
I don't really love what they're doing, like you said, with the lover thing. So they're dancing to Taylor Swift's Lover, and then at the very end, like, looking like they're gonna kiss and then backing away. Like, do you remember that old video of Justin Bieber and Selena Gomez, and they're like, it's hard to
call
look
me
right
it's call
at
me
you, baby.
Yeah.
So here's your number, and then Ashley Tisdale pulls them away. Like, guys, who is like literally waiting with bated breath for this hard launch? Like, you're dating. Stop.
I know, no one cares.
Now you're making me want to put it on naughty.
No, it's not naughty though. Like, they're having fun with it. It's silly. It's harmless. Like, this is a victimless crime.
Okay. Pascal from Golden Bachelorette.
I want to say naughty because he said if he was the Golden Bachelor, they'd need to cast like way younger women, which is like, keep that to yourself.
I really thought that was a headline. And then I looked up the actual quote, and it wasn't just, I thought it was just them, like, you know how they can pluck something out of context and make it seem. Yeah. But he really did say that. I do think Leslie just said, though, in our interview, guys, go watch it. It's so good.
So good.
But she said she normally dates younger, too. She said
she said a few years younger.
She said, I date like 60. That's
right. Pascal, I think, was saying like 40.
No, he didn't. I did read the quote. He's just saying he doesn't want to date women in their 70s, I think. He did not say 40. That's very young for
that's what
Pascal.
I thought he said. Well, how did he say it then?
I'll just pull it up.
Yes, pull it up.
The Golden Bachelorette's Pascal would ask for younger women if he was the Golden Bachelor. They will have to lower the age. The age has got to be lower. Yes, I'm old, but I don't want to go out with a 72-year-old woman. That's kind of exactly what Leslie said, though. I mean, she didn't say she wouldn't, but she said, I typically date a few years younger than myself.
Yeah.
And she said her dating Gary was a stretch. Clearly, she was open to it.
Right.
I don't think Pascal
there's
should
a
be on the naughty
difference
list
between
for that.
saying, like, I typically date a few years younger than the age has to be lowered because I will not date someone in their 70s.
But that's like saying like I won't date a guy shorter than me. What if that's just his preference?
Yeah, but if I was the Bachelorette, I wouldn't say you have to like only pick guys that are 6 foot or above. You can't, like you have to have a height limit. Like I wouldn't actually say that, even though my preference is to date people taller than me because I'm kind of tall and I like to wear heels. But like I don't think if I was the Bachelorette that they should restrict shorter guys from like being on the show. That feels crazy. And also like you never know, right? Like
I want you to think this through. I think you need to remember the severity of what we're doing here. And do you really want to put him on the naughty list just for liking younger women? This is going to be our first split
disagreement.
I'm going to put him on the
and
nice
then Santa
list.
has to decide. We say, hey, Jackie said this, Stefanie said this, Santa tiebreaker. What do you think?
He's going to review the information and then make his own decision.
And he's going to say naughty because Mrs. Claus is his same age. So he's going to understand.
We're going to bring up beef for them. We don't know how old she is.
Mrs. Claus?
Yeah.
And Santa? They're both timeless.
Mrs. Claus, Santa, age difference.
You know, it's going to be the most ridiculous thing. It's going to be like, age difference. I thought you were going to say their ages. It's like the age is nothing. What's the age difference?
He is, okay, Santa
Claus. He's
Claus,
7,006 and she's
literally
7,002.
Santa Claus is 1,750 years old, so he is either 611 years older than Mrs. Claus or 1,521 years older than her. Why either or?
And also, where are they getting this 1,000 number from?
I don't have time to read this article, but that's what it says on Google. So Santa is the older man. He is dating younger. I bet you this will bring up some issues for Mrs. Claus. As we know, no, Mrs. Claus is the one that like sleeps around, right?
Well,
no.
Well, it depends on how you interpret the song. I saw Mommy kissing Santa
Claus.
It's like, is Mommy Mrs. Claus kissing Santa Claus? Is Mom your mom and she's cheating on your dad with Santa Claus? What were the other options? Or it's the dad in a Santa suit. Those are the 3 choices.
Right. But I think it's Santa and he is trying to get his rocks off. With every mom that
so he goes down every chimney and he finds the mom and is like, here's the presents for your kids. Thank you for the cookies. I'll take the carrots for my reindeer. Also give me a kiss.
Yeah.
With every house in America.
Jackie, he's got to get some. Mrs. Claus is not there that day.
What do you mean?
He has needs.
Because he's busy. He's flying around. He's traveling for work and he needs to have an affair.
It's like when an athlete travels for like a football game and they like notoriously cheat on their wives. I feel like that's kind of like what Santa does.
Yeah, but Santa like literally works one day a year and he can't just like keep it together for that one day and focus on the job at hand. Instead, he's like, I'm away from my wife for one day and this is what I got to do. Like, dude, you're going to see her tomorrow.
Yeah, but he's going to be exhausted, Jackie. Like, do you know how much like rest he needs after this one day of work?
Yeah, a whole freaking year. And then he wakes up on the 24th and like does it again.
Yeah, so this is the last time he can like really get some before the next year.
Wow. But he couldn't just get it with Mrs. Claus like right before?
No, because he's swamped. He's swamped.
Yeah.
He's like, it's like, I don't know. What's like a really busy day at work? Like what would be a like?
I don't know. I've been having like I feel like the end of the year is busy for everyone at work, not just
it's like,
Santa.
It's Q4 for Santa.
Yeah.
And he's not hitting the numbers. His boss is like breathing down his neck, and he really needs to like. He doesn't have time to get it on with her.
Right.
So,
but doesn't he have nothing but time? Like the elves are doing the real work. He's just the boss taking credit for it. And that's capitalism.
I always wondered why when they said, like when I was younger, also if you're in the car with your kids, maybe skip this part. But when they said like the elves made the toys, but then it would be like, oh, this is a Fisher Price toy. And I'm like, how did an elf with a hammer and a nail make this? But I never thought too long about it.
Are good at copying like the real toys. Yeah.
Yeah. So they didn't go to Toys R Us, RIP, and buy the Fisher Price toy. They Essentially,
they made it the same way as
copied.
they make it at Fisher Price. Yeah.
Did Fisher Price sue Santa's elves for ripping off their exact design? Something to think about.
Yeah, it's totally something to think about. That's really something we do need to be worried about this holiday season. But I think they like it because like the elves are making the toys and copying their designs, but it's getting people excited for like Fisher Price, you know?
Right. It's all about their
like
bottom line.
advertising. It's like, yeah, it's an ad basically.
Except they make no sales because any kid asking for the Fisher Price toy gets Santa's makeshift version of it.
My parents used to tell me that Santa gives them a bill. And he just like makes the toys and delivers the toys, but like Santa will then bill my parents for the toys that they gave me, so they're still paying for it. And that would kind of explain why certain people got different toys. You know what I mean?
Right. I one time, I guess in the month of December, I was like 7 and my mom's like, hey, you know that doll that like roller skates by herself? It was a doll that's like,
whoa,
and like roller skated. I never got her. My mom's like, I talked to Santa and it's kind of stupid and I don't know if you're going to like it. And I was like, oh, okay. If Santa said like, I'm not going to like it, then that's fine. And then I just didn't get it. But she chalked it up to like Santa talking to her. And I never questioned like, well, where did you talk to him? I didn't question it.
Right.
But right over
parents
my
just have
7-year-old
access
head.
to Santa, like direct line. But what was the real issue? Like she just couldn't find the toy. It was too popular. Like,
I think she
didn't want to buy it or whatever.
I think it was probably literally dumb. Like it was just like all the toy did was like, and like, what the fuck am I gonna do with that? You know.
I just think it's funny. Like she couldn't just say like, oh, like you know, Santa like wasn't able to make it or he couldn't find it or like whatever. It's like no, Santa said it's dumb. So
it was.
So you're really stupid for even wanting it.
Yeah. Well, I didn't
That's
get
so
it, so
funny.
I'll never know. I guess I'll never know.
I'm sorry.
Okay. So Pascal, I'm going to say nice because he got really heated in that moment with Joan in her defense. Remember? He's like, no, I'm not okay. I forget what that was about.
Oh.
He was so cute.
Yeah.
He is a little bit, he does have some bad boy vibes. I don't think Pascal has done enough to warrant the naughty.
I know, but we got to put some people on the naughty list.
There's plenty of people on the naughty list.
Who?
Caitlyn, Nick. And we're getting there.
Pascal.
Next, Brian Abasolo.
Oh,
we started
naughty
off
for
this
sure.
year. We started off this year with the divorce. And I made a note. Rachel has been ordered by a judge to pay her estranged husband $13,257 per month in spousal support.
It's literally insane to me.
That's insane.
He's
But
also
also-
literally a doctor. No, but like he's a doctor. Isn't he a chiropractor? And his argument is that he's not capable of like making a living for himself, that Rachel has to pay him $13,000. Like that's so much more money than most people see in a month. And that's supposed to be like, that's like extra money that Rachel has to just like throw at him, but like after literally supporting herself and her lifestyle, which like slay, Rachel, go off that you're making all this money. No, and that's amazing for her, but it's like, why does he feel so entitled to that when he's not married to her anymore? Like, you're a doctor, go make your own money. And sorry, it's probably not going to be $13,000 a month because that's a lot of money. But like most people live off way less than $13,000 a month. Like I think you can make it work, dude.
All right, we are generalizing because there's obviously a lot to that story. We covered it like literally a year ago. It's not like he's saying he can't make the money. I think legally they proved that because he like supported her and moved all over. I still think it's BS that like, okay, you did that. Maybe she should pay you in the law of spousal support. Like technically she has to pay you something. Do I think it needs to be $13,000 a month? No. I think
that's a very luxurious lifestyle.
But like also Rachel, like I know that sucks for you, girl, but you're such a boss that you can casually give $13K away a month and still be like the boss bitch that you are, which is why you are on the nice list.
Of course she's on the nice list. But Brian, naughty.
Obviously. Okay. Sam M, your friend.
Naughty.
Really? Really?
What do you mean? He was like as naughty as they come.
Sam M, let's think it through. He was the one that was trying to warn us about Devin Strader.
That's true. I just wonder, like,
He came out with that great hat line. Did anyone buy one?
But remember when Jen was afraid of heights and he was like laughing at her about it, and like he made the choice to like go up on the thing even though Jen was like legitimately terrified. And then
How much of that was editing?
Yeah, but I think that was like pretty much what happened.
I remember, what was it? Jason Mesnick and Molly Mesnick said that someone else was supposed to be the villain. But then things happened on the show, and then it turned out to be Sam. And like, we can all conclude, we don't know for sure, but I believe they mean that Devin was actually the villain that season. The way he behaved after the show, I think, is how he behaved on the show. However, Devin wins, so they can't paint him that way. So I think there could have been things that they tweaked to make Sam more of the villain. Hence why he was so passionate about Devin all the time, because it's like, well, what the hell? You're making me the villain. This guy has the potential to make a short film.
I'm curious though, like what Devin was doing to come off so badly. Because like also too, like the way Devin acted is horrific, horrible. But based on his texts, like I do actually think he liked Jen and did try until it just became too much. And then he went off the deep end and released those intimate texts, and like I absolutely cannot defend that. But like
No, we'll get to Devin. But yeah. Sam M, granted guys, I don't remember everything he did this year, and I don't remember everything that happened on the season. But I think he was like, when we saw the downfall of Devin, it was almost like Sam sat there, like the meme of the girl with the fire behind, and she's just looking like, told you. Like that's how I kind of felt. Like Sam got like that redemption moment, just like Noah Erb's brother. Like they all felt like finally it came to light what we were trying to tell you. So for that reason, it kind of makes me not want to put him on the naughty list, because what if he was just trying to save us from Devin this whole time?
Yeah, but remember when Jen was like, what do you like about me? Like, and he was like, nothing.
Do I remember? I made a whole skit about it.
So what do you like about me? What? What do you like about me? Jen, the Bachelorette? Ferocious, selfless. I want to love so deep the ocean would be jealous. Huh? If you live to be 100, I want to live to be 100 minus 1 day, so I never have to live a day without you. Life is measured by not how many breaths your life takes, but how many lives your breath is away. Oh, I don't even like you. You're not even my type. Devin?
Yeah, yes, he definitely wasn't great on the show to Jen. And I think really just like liked her because she was there, the Bachelorette, and really just like relied on like an overly sexual connection. Oh yeah, and they didn't ever really talk. Remember, she'd be like, "I want to talk," and he would just like start making out with her.
Yeah.
So I'm still going naughty.
Okay, but just because he can't name things he likes about her,
you sound like me.
I know. We were like switching a little. Is there a middle? I don't want to put him on the naughty list. And guys, I don't remember. Don't come for me. I don't remember what else he did. But I don't think he did that much. Didn't he make a club? Wasn't he in a club with Thomas N? Did the hats ever come out? I remember, we thought he was going to have a podcast, and then the podcast just never happened, and then nothing happened. It was hats.
The main thing.
The main thing. He kept the main thing, I think.
That doesn't make him nice.
But you should have launched a podcast called The Main Thing. Oh, and my theory was they were releasing a podcast, and then ABC's like, whoa, you cannot launch a podcast called The Main Thing, first of all. Right. But two, you're literally still under a contract. You can't just like go and make a podcast. I'm going to do the first ever in She's All About history and not place someone.
Sansa needs to know what to give him. You can't just like not. So what's going to happen? He just gets nothing on Christmas? I don't think that's how it works.
Okay, well then, you know what? Because I'm so stressed about this and you're saying naughty, I have to say
I am saying
I have to say nice to leave it in Santa's hands.
Wow.
I'm going to leave it in Santa's hands. You DM'd with him. You were like friends with him. I'm going to tell him that you put him on the naughty.
Sending a few messages does not a friend make. We did DM a little bit. And I am very curious to hear his side of things. And I would love to hear some behind the scenes stuff about what Devin was really like. That all stands. Still naughty list.
Okay.
Okay, who's next?
Demonstrator. I mean, the
Naughty.
easiest
Like, I don't
naughty
even think
that
we need to talk about this one. Like,
No, but just to recap, obviously Jen's finale, sliding into Maria's DMs, and then doubling down and trolling people on the internet who are calling him out. Like, he took a hiatus and then came back and learned nothing. So
Right.
I would almost even be like permanent naughty until further
Agreed.
notice.
yeah.
No notes?
No notes. Sometimes people need multiple years on the naughty list to really learn their lesson.
We'll see. Jonathan.
He's such a... This is maybe when I would give nothing to, because it's like, he was so nice. We liked him so much. But then he was being annoying with Jen at the end. But I guess that's not inherently naughty. I guess he's nice.
If you were to put him on the naughty for that, you would have to put Jen on the naughty for it.
I know. But Jen had been through more throughout the year, so I just Jen had so much more nice to balance out that one naughty, right? Like, because we loved her season and she did all these other things, whereas
true.
Jonathan was just like cute guy on the show. Okay, but he was really
He was
nice to
more
Jen,
than
and
the
he was
cute
like
guy
her
on the
friend
show.
in a really difficult time when she was in a new
Right.
city on Dancing with the Stars. Okay, fine, he's nice.
Right. I think he has to be nice. He does. He's definitely rode the wave, but we all would have.
Of course,
And that is not naughty. That is maybe thirsty. But
yeah, nice is
rightfully
different
so.
than good, you know.
Totally. Joan and Chalk, which I think you may have split answers. for.
Yeah. I'm
Joan
putting
nice.
Chalk. Joan nice, yeah. She's been nothing but an unproblematic, lovely lady. Chalk, something about him is off. And I think we're going to, in the next few years, see something very naughty. Granted, I guess he didn't do anything yet to be naughty, except just like give me the ick.
Yeah, he's giving you the ick. Does the ick equate to naughty? Something to think about. I mean, he lost his mother while filming the show and still came back for Joan.
I know.
believe his heart is pure. Both of them are nice for me.
What about when he said Joan, a woman he's literally known for 6 weeks on a television show, is the best thing to ever happen to him when he literally like has children? Like, that's a crazy thing to say, and I will die on that hill forever. I think that's a naughty thing to say.
Jackie harping on this line is literally
'Cause
one
I
of my
think it's
favorite things of the year.
Insane.
It is the
Insane. Guys,
funniest
sound
thing.
off in the comments below. I know you all agree with me. That's like an insane thing to say.
It is not naughty, though. Maybe he is blinded by love, but that's not naughty. He can be in over his head. He can be love struck. He can be even a little possessive, maybe.
I was going to say, isn't it love bomby though?
No, who
Guys,
else
don't
is
quote me
love
because I don't
bomby?
really know the definition of love bomby. So like, don't quote me on that. But like,
No, I felt Brandon was love bombing, and he's on this list too.
oh yeah. It's giving that kind of, not as
Yes.
intensely, but
Yeah, but remember Crystal, his ex-wife, or the
Right.
nurse.
yeah,
whoever.
something.
He has so
People
many
were
women
mad
in
at
his
us
life.
that we didn't know who Crystal was, and I guess what? I still don't know.
Still don't. I
So-
think it's the nurse that took care of. But I
His
still
mom.
don't get why he would say, and I know you're okay with me calling Crystal. That still doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I know.
Why would Joan need to approve of you calling your mother's nurse? Maybe
Yeah.
she's not the nurse after all. Maybe we still don't know. We're
We still
probably
don't
on the
know. There's
naughty
no
list.
way to know.
There's no way to
We're
know.
definitely on the naughty list because of the
For
amount
making
of times
errors, yeah.
we have like made mistakes about what we saw on this show.
Right.
We're only human.
Okay. I'm saying both nice. You're putting him on naughty just for being in love.
Yeah.
Grinch. You're such a Grinch.
Sorry.
Gary Turner. We started last year's off with Gary Turner. Things have happened. He got divorced this year. I got married in Italy.
Yeah.
Are you copying me for getting married in Italy?
You just kind of sound like her. That was a
Really?
good
Well, the way I
impression.
said it, the same cadence. That's why I wanted to say it.
I think he's naughty because I think in the Golden Divorce, there is more to this story that we don't know. It is obviously not just about where they're going to live.
Hey guys, Stephanie from the future here. And unfortunately, Jackie is correct. There is more to the story here. So this episode was recorded one day prior to the news that Gary Turner just broke with People magazine that he was diagnosed with cancer. And he actually knew about this diagnosis when he was revealing that he and Teresa had split on the GMA interview back in April. Jackie and I obviously had no idea that that was the case or that this news was coming, but it was important for me to add this in here because we obviously go back and forth about Gary and Teresa's relationship and what went wrong. And, you know, it's this naughty and nice list is all in good fun, but this is really serious and sad news. And my heart truly does break for him. The quotes that he said to People magazine really do tug at my heartstrings. He ultimately said that the cancer diagnosis really kind of woke him up. Like he and Teresa were struggling with where to live, but once he got this news, it kind of snapped him into reality, and he realized he wanted to spend as much time with his family as possible, and that while Teresa was still important to him, that making that work became less of a priority, which I can get. I understand that. So I'm going to send you back to the actual episode, but please keep in mind that this was recorded prior. We did not know that this was the case, and our hearts obviously go out to Gary and his family, and we wish him nothing but the absolute best, and Teresa. So, okay, back to the episode. Honestly, though, they could have just been not compatible. Just like it's not fair with Zach and Caitlyn to only blame one. I actually, we have no clue why are we automatically blaming Gary just because he installed a hot tub once?
Yeah.
I don't think
know.
he should be. If one goes, I think they both go. And we have no issue with Teresa.
Right, but
Maybe
I just
they
think
both will
also,
go.
too, like
Maybe
the way
they
the
both will
Golden
go.
Ladies have like said little things. Like, didn't April say a little something, like commented on Teresa's post, like something a little shady about Gary? I was reminded, I watched Leslie's AFR before we spoke with her, like as a little refresher. And I remember seeing like, it was like Ellen, Joan, and maybe Sandra. And they were like saying things about Gary, and Ellen sitting there like rolling her eyes. Like those Golden Ladies don't really like Gary that much. And so that's why I think there's like something that we're not seeing. There's something there, because otherwise I think they would all like him a lot more as a friend and be like, wow, we had this great experience together, and like still have camaraderie. But they all seem to like really dislike him.
I know, but I want to just give him a hug so bad. Like he's such a sweet man.
But that's just what we see on TV.
But we don't really know.
No, we
I
don't.
feel like
We don't really know any of this.
Right,
This
that
is
is
all
true.
just
Wait,
like us saying nonsense the whole time.
Right. I bet if we interviewed him, he would be so nice to us.
For sure.
Girls.
I believe that. Yeah, I believe that he would be really nice to us.
So he's not going to come on the show if we put him on the naughty list.
But that can't be a reason to
I'm just
keep
kidding,
someone.
Jackie. Do you think he's really going to watch us and be like, well, you put me on the naughty list?
I believe he would be really nice to us if he came on the show, but I just think he's someone who's different behind closed doors.
I mean, I think something needs to be said about the fact that they got married in January and they announced a divorce in April.
Right.
So one of them has to go on the naughty list.
Right.
So
I'm going to be Teresa. So
for that reason alone, I'm going to put Gary on the naughty list. I would put Teresa with him because I do think it takes two to tango. However, Teresa's besties with Leslie, and Leslie's on the nice list.
Yeah, obviously.
So you get a free pass, Teresa. Now that's
And
biased.
all the Golden Ladies seem to have a great relationship with Teresa. Like Teresa's done nothing.
Yeah. Okay. So Gary naughty, Teresa nice, Leslie nice.
Yeah. Leslie, of course, nice. Yeah.
Next, Askin as a whole, but we can obviously do individuals.
I think after talking to Leslie, I think I'm putting them on naughty, because I think like we loved the Askin ladies and like we got a kick out of watching them, but I think it didn't really click for me, like probably how annoying they were in the mansion and like rude to other people. Like the fact that they're calling themselves like this little group asking, like you're asking, we're telling, but like it doesn't really seem like they like talk to other people. And Leslie said it, she didn't really like love, like Leslie said she loves them all individually, but like the clickiness of it was not a great vibe for her. And I didn't really see it in that light until Leslie said it in that way. And now I feel like I see them differently, because I'm like, yeah, what grown ladies are like making a little like group like that?
Well,
it is giving like, you can't sit with us at lunch. Like we're all going to wear pink today, but you can wear purple or something.
When we recapped it, I mean, everyone was like, oh my God, yes, Askin. It's the cool girls. We would be an Askin. We literally said we would add our initials to Askin. And now after getting Leslie's perspective, I was like, oh, wait, yeah, like that is kind of weird. Like they literally made a group. And if you're not in the group, like there has to be some sort of like left out feeling that you're giving people in the house. Leslie said it reminded her of high school.
Which I could totally
watch
see.
that interview. Yeah.
Also, I don't like what happened with the whole falling out with April, even though we obviously don't know what happened there. I just think like, was it really that bad that all three of you have to have like it's very like groupthink that like something happened and all of a sudden all three of them are like on the outs with April. It's like, what could have possibly been that bad that you all need to now like literally not talk to her anymore?
Jackie, I think we got to think it's asking is a group who is responsible for this? Because I'm going to pull Nancy out. Nancy was there for Joan. She sat on that ship week after week giving Joan advice. Nancy is nice. I don't think she should go down with Susan and Kathy is who we're talking about. I think they are the ringleaders. Don't you think?
I think 100%. Yeah.
And April got the shaft. So like, while I think April has her own reasons for possibly being naughty, I think the clique leaders are Susan and Kathy, who
Agreed.
I love. If you're on the naughty list, if we end up putting you there, I will come to your house and have a glass of wine with you. Like it's not like there's no beef here. We love you, especially Susan.
Yeah.
But I think based on this information, I think you guys both need to go on the naughty.
But they're doing a lot of like what I would do. Like, right, they're making the most of their time on TV and trying to capitalize on it. And they're like on social and they're doing the podcast. Like, I don't blame them for doing what they're doing, but I could see how it rubs people the wrong way.
Wait, Jackie, we can't hold them accountable for Gary's season. We
Why?
Just said before that didn't happen this year. That's why Jason is on the nice list. What did Susan and Nancy was there for Joan.
Okay,
Nancy's
fine.
nice.
Nancy's
April
nice.
hasn't done anything this year.
Right.
Except
and
get
did the
excluded.
falling out happen
I think
this
so.
year? Okay, so then
believe so.
I think Kathy and Susan
Naughty.
had some words with April and it wasn't that nice. So
Right.
naughty.
And we don't know April's side, so I'm going to put you on nice until further notice. April, this is a formal invite to come on our podcast and explain what went down. Susan
Which
and Kathy,
I have
we love
DM'd with
you.
her a little bit. So
I know.
we
Now-
gotta follow up. I
Yeah.
know. Now
Okay.
that they're off contract.
Okay. Well, so see, it's not fair to group everyone together. Mark Anderson, Kelsey's dad.
I guess nice, but I'm not thrilled with it.
I knew you were going to say that. Like, he hasn't done anything. You're
Right.
just, like,
no, so I can't put him
annoyed.
on naughty, but it's like the way we've been putting Mark Anderson on this pedestal throughout the whole season. And
For
it's just
nothing.
like,
We didn't even get anything out of it. Unless, honestly, Deb is not forever. And we don't have a golden bachelor. He's still in the running.
Sure.
I think he still has a shot. I think he's going to date Deb, use her, and then become the golden bachelor.
I just feel like they keep forcing him on us. And it's just like he's a lovely man. But they're always
literally
just like,
did nothing.
and Kelsey's dad. And I'm like, I don't care about Kelsey's dad. Like, it's not even like love Kelsey and love Kelsey and Joey together. Obviously, they were on our nice list. So obviously on our nice list. But it's not like Kelsey is like some huge personality from the season that like.
She was the winner of the previous season, though.
I know, but it's like she's not like a Tayshia or a Caitlyn Bristow or a Nick. Like, it's just
That's such an unfair comparison, but I hear
dad.
you.
You know what I
hear
mean?
you. Yeah. But it's not fair to compare to someone who has like years and years and years and were former hosts of the show, you know, and been the leads. All three of those were leads.
Yeah.
I hear you. I hear you though. But he literally has done nothing. So like Santa would definitely question our like thought process, and I don't want him looking twice at us. So Mark
true,
has to go nice.
You know, I'm agreeing that he is on the nice list. I'm just like, ugh.
Okay. Rounding it out with the Brandon and Serene. So this is the year that we had Serene on our podcast this year.
I think so.
Brandon also then went on Clayton's podcast and like denied cheating on her and like really exposed details of their relationship so far after their breakup that it seemed like what was the point? When Serene came on our podcast, she didn't even want his name mentioned.
Yeah.
So I feel like she very much wanted to stay away from that narrative. I think it's only right to put Serene on the nice list.
Oh, I was going to put them both on naughty.
Wait, why?
Because I think that relationship was just toxic all around. And I think they are both to blame for the toxicity in it. And I think two people can separately be really nice people, and it's just like with the wrong person that you trigger the wrong things in each other. Like two people can just like obviously be not right for each other, but be like so toxically bad for each other. And based on like the things Brandon was saying, like that's kind of what this sounds like. And this is nothing against them individually, but like it wasn't a good look. And I think they both hurt each other.
Okay. I'm kind of indifferent.
Okay.
So I'll say Serene, nice. Brandon, naughty, but I also, whatever. If Santa, you want to change my answer, you can. Although we're giving him 2 naughty, so it's like a dominant gene. He can't really change it. Good luck.
So it's already decided.
Yeah. Okay. The only ones he can change is if one says one and we disagree.
Right. Those are the rules. Yeah.
Okay. So that is the naughty and nice list. Let us know in the comments below who you would put on the naughty and nice list.
Yeah.
Also, I promised you guys something, though. We have some Bachelor encounters that you guys have sent that we haven't gotten to. We're going to try to go through them real quick. Oh, well, you'll like this one. Bachelor encounter on Jackie.
Oh, it was about me.
This one's really, really nice. I work in Rock Center and often see celebs in passing between GMA and late night shows, but this one had me so excited. It was around 12 p.m. and I was walking with my coworker down 48th Street to grab lunch at Toasties. If you know, you know. I see this gorgeous brunette walking our direction. Half listening to my coworker, I was staring, trying to place why she looked so familiar. And then I was like, oh my God, that's Jackie from She's All Batch podcast. I was completely starstruck and was too nervous to stop and say hi, but I wish I did. She's so gorgeous in person, shiny flowing hair, gorgeous coat, effortless, never full tossed over her shoulder. What does
That's
never
like,
full mean?
Like the Louis Vuitton never full bag, the tote
Was
bag.
it? Do you have that?
Yeah.
Sick. Glad to see She's All Batch in the wild, and we'll definitely say hi next time.
Ugh.
Like,
I know.
come
I do love
on.
that one. And that person did like DM me later on.
Emanuela.
Yeah, she messaged me maybe like 5 minutes after I walked by her, because I got a DM like as I was walking into my office, and she was like, were you just on 48th Street? Like, I think that was you, but I like didn't know. And I didn't know if I should say hi. And I was like, I obviously didn't see her when I was walking, but I was like, oh, well, I literally just walked down that street. Like, yes, that must have been me, because I had just walked into the office. If you guys do see me in the wild, like, please come say hi. I love saying hi to you guys. And I'm out and about in the world. Maybe our paths will cross again.
If someone ever wrote something like that about me, I would make it my entire personality. Like, that is truly cool. You should print it and hang it on your wall.
Oh,
you know, when people put stuff like on their mirrors to like inspire them. That's like really, really nice. Thank you for sending that.
Thank you guys so much for sending that.
Well, Emanuela, thank her.
Yeah. No, I know. Emanuela, thank you.
Okay. Bachelor encounter live spotted Tayshia Adams at the Greenwich Village Marshalls. I chickened out and didn't say hi because she looked like she was on a mission and didn't look in the mood. Can confirm, though, she's very beautiful in real life. That's it. And I'm not surprised. I can only imagine what she looks like.
Oh, I'm sure she's stunning.
If she's like that's pretty on TV.
What I've taken away from that encounter is there's a Marshalls in Greenwich Village. That's crazy.
Bachelor encounter. In March, we flew to Austin for my sister's bachelorette party. When in the airport on the way home, we were all looking on our phones and saw that Susan and Kathy had been in Austin the same weekend, and we started freaking out. Soon after, one of the girls in our group was going to her gate and texted us that she saw them in the airport. They were at the opposite end of the airport as us, but I figured it was my maid of honor duty to get my sister to meet them to end her bachelorette party weekend on a high note. We're both big fans. We sprinted through the airport until we saw them. They were in a restaurant area and only one other person was talking to them. My sister was nervous, but I went up to them and asked if they could take a picture with my sister. They got right up and talked to her and took a picture with her. They were so kind, and Susan even gave us her phone number in case we needed an officiant. I forgot she's an officiant.
Oh my God.
We didn't end up calling her, but we couldn't get over how kind and beautiful they were. And we have a photo, which we'll put in the YouTube. That's really...
Aww.
That's really sweet.
That's so funny that Susan was like, if you need someone to marry, I am qualified. Which, speaking of, I need to become an officiant this year because my friends asked me to marry them. Isn't that crazy?
Wait, are you really going to do that?
Yeah. They asked me to be like their officiant. I think it would be nice, but I need to figure out even how to do it. I don't know how to like...
You could do it online, I think.
Yeah. No, I think it's like easy. And then I guess I need to meet with them and be like, what do you even want me to say? But I was very honored that they asked me because I've been friends with both of them for a while. So like, they're like, you're good at public speaking and like, you know, our story. So like, we want you to do it. I was like, that's crazy.
So cool.
I know.
My brother-in-law married me and my husband. And he's very like good and personable. He's like that kind of guy that would be great at that. So he was awesome. And then went on to marry other people too, because he did such a good job.
Well, what did you want him to be like saying and doing? What makes a good officiant? That's what I need to figure out.
We'll ask them what they want. Like ask them specifically, like, how do you want to do the vows? Like ask those things. And then ask them, like, are there things you want me to point at or like key points you want me to hit? Or do you want me to just like speak on behalf of your relationship? And we gave him the pointers of like how we wanted to do vows or any other little thing we wanted, but then we let him like tell the story of us, and like it was really cool.
We'll see.
I'm excited. Keep us posted.
I will.
Hi, Stefanie and Jackie. I finally have a Bachelor encounter to tell. I was at MomCon in Denver, a conference for moms through the organization The MomCo. Since I know you were probably wondering what is MomCom exactly.
Yeah, I was definitely wondering.
Ben Higgins was a guest MC on the first night and had a booth selling his generous coffee. Yes, we're familiar with that brand. He was so fun during the session and such a good sport, being one of the only few men in the room of thousands of women. Afterwards, he was in the exhibition hall by his booth and we got to meet him. While I was waiting in line, I was thinking all the things I would say to him, like congratulations on your baby, and how I was a FOTS too. Once I got up to meet him, I apologized since I wasn't buying any coffee since I don't drink coffee, but I told him how I thought it was great what he does with his company giving back. He was giving 100% of his proceeds to the MomCo from what he sold at the conference. Wow, that's actually really nice. I got totally nervous after that, and he asked if I wanted a picture. I said, of course, and then told him I love you, instead of telling him how much I loved him on The Bachelor, and had to backtrack and add that part. Totally embarrassing. Anyway, he was so nice and was signing everyone's coffee bags that they were buying. His sweater was super soft, too, since you guys like random details like that.
Yeah, we do. Thank you so much.
We also have a picture of Ben and this Megan and Ben, if you guys want to check it out on the YouTube. Did you tell him you're a FOTS? He'd be like, what's that? Or he'll say...
No, he wouldn't. He'd
say, I am the original FOTS. I am at the top of the pyramid.
I know. We haven't talked to Ben in a while. We should have him back on the show for a little catch up or something.
All right, well, those are all the Bachelor encounters we have time for today, guys. I mean, this is quite a jam-packed episode, but we will see you. This is the end of the year. It's the end of the road, kids.
See you next year. We don't even know really when, because grant season comes back at the end of January. We're trying to figure out if we want to come back a week or two before that, or when the season comes back. We have a lot to figure out. Go ahead.
We will definitely be back for Grant's premiere. So we will be back in January. However, if some massive breaking news, and that level of breaking news is, we would have to decide if it's worthy. But if some Joey and Kelsey break up, knock on wood, we'll probably hop on and do a mini breaking news episode. But you can guarantee we will be back for Grant's premiere. And if we come back earlier, it's just a bonus. But I guess until then, follow us on social media. Yeah. And if you can subscribe to our YouTube, there's a lot of fun things over there. We launched YouTube only like 2 months ago and have been having a lot of fun with it. We launched Sound Off in the comments below in 2024. All these things are new to us this year, and we've been having a lot of fun with. So thank you for sticking around with us this year.
Yeah, it's been such a good year, honestly. And I really am like so optimistic for where this podcast is going to go next year. And it's all because of you guys. So thank you so much for like continuing to listen and support and continuing to just like, you know, like we launched Sound Off this year and you guys like fully like got on board and you participate and you write in the comments and you DM us different topics and stuff. And it's been so fun to talk with you guys about like a bunch of different stuff all the time.
In this comment section, we did colors, we did numbers. Now today in the comments of this YouTube video, tell us in the Who Saw Mommy Kissing Santa Claus song, who is the man? Right. And what is he doing? We're open to all theories.
All interpretations. Yeah. Get creative with it. Really think outside the box. Like I listed 3 potential options, but that doesn't mean there's only 3 options.
Yeah. It could be
really get
anything else.
creative. Yeah.
It could be her neighbor who she's having an affair with coming over. They're hooking up, but he's purposely wearing the Santa suit so that when the kid comes down, he's like, oh, that's just dad and mom.
Give us a whole backstory, like a whole paragraph.
I do think there's an affair going on. I think there's something shady here, but what is it is the real question.
Yeah, we've got to get to the bottom of it.
Before the clock strikes 12 on Christmas.
So let us know.
So let us know. Okay, well, happy holidays. I hope you all have a happy and safe holiday and you are safe on New Year's Eve as well. And we will see you
next year.
Bye, bitches. Oh, sorry. Is that it, Jackie?
That's okay. I think that's it.
Okay, bye, bitches.